Hey everybody, so we just got done with episode 6, Beyond the Wall. Wow. A lot better than last episode. At least we kind of see where things are going. Rather than left with questions, things get kind of wrapped up in this one.
Yeah.
To the 7.
Yes. A lot less death than I expected, honestly.
And a lot less cutting back and forth between all situations. It was pretty much just what was going on with Jon Beyond the Wall and Arya versus Sansa. A little bit of Tyrion and Daenerys. But then other than that was about it. We weren't in the south of Cersei at King's Landing. We weren't doing any of that.
Mostly Beyond the Wall.
Just majorly focused on their journey trying to capture a White Walker.
Everybody getting to know each other.
Pretty much. They all kind of figure out they still don't like each other, but they know they have to work together, but they're starting to gain a sense of humor about not liking each other.
Yes.
So right off the bat, of course, spoilers. We're going to dive right into it. Episode starts out with them beyond the wall. Walking along, talking. Basically, Gendry is still mad at the Lords of Light, or the Thoros and Sir Beric for selling them to the Red Woman.
He's cold, so he's not real happy right now.
No, he's freezing his balls off. So basically, yeah, he's mad at them, and the Hound tells him to quit his bitching.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. They seem to be having some good dialogue all the way up there.
Yeah. I like the joke that Tormund had. It's like there's 3 ways to keep warm. Walking's good, fighting's better, fucking's the best.
Yes. That's how you keep your balls warm.
And John's like, no, there's no woman up here for 100 miles.
I guess we'll have to make do then, won't we?
Yeah, make do with what we have. And then Gendry kind of just retreats back to the people.
He's like, I'm getting to the bag of line here.
I'll go talk to the people that sold me.
Yeah, like we said, pretty much straightforward episode. They go north of the wall to go capture a White Walker. They come up across a small party of White Walkers, and one, well, I guess you call the other ones whites, the ones that are just raised from the dead. The actual White Walkers that have the blue eyes and the, ice-like skin.
Yeah.
They're the main leaders.
Yeah.
They end up fighting one of them plus all the whites that's around them, and once they killed that leader, most of the whites they just dissolved away. They just
broke like ice.
Yeah. Well, the White Walker broke into ice, and the whites followed suit and just bleh.
Yeah. Except
for the one that they were meant to capture.
Yeah. And before that, there was a conversation between Jorah and Jon Snow. Jon Snow is like, "This is your dad's sword. He gave it to me.
Right.
It should belong to you." And Jorah declines it because he disgraced his family and tells Jon he should keep it.
Yeah, he's like, I appreciate the offer, but it belongs to you and your sons and daughters and whatever, and keep it with you.
Yeah, it was interesting that they even talked about it, but
yeah,
I know a lot of people who read the books were complaining about it, and it's interesting that it actually got brought up.
Yeah. So once they managed to capture this White Walker, they put a bag over its head, so that way it can't see where it's going, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know what the point of that was.
I don't know either. Maybe just so they didn't have to have makeup on it the whole time. Spend more money. But once they capture it, it lets out this horrendous shriek that just echoes throughout the mountains around them. And then they're like, fuck, just call for help. And sure enough, this whole horde of White Walkers and whites come rushing at them.
Yep.
And the only way for them to escape is to get across this little...
Well, Jon Snow sends Gendry back to the...
Right.
Back to the...
Tells him to go back to Eastwatch and send a raven.
Yeah.
Send a raven to Daenerys and let her know, shit, we need some help. And before he leaves, the Hound is like, give me your hammer, that's too heavy for you to run with. You'll be faster without it,
Oh, that was Tormund that took it.
No, it was the Hound.
You sure?
Yeah. Because the Hound was swinging it. Because he's the one that threw the rocket.
Yeah, he's the one that ended up with it, but I don't know if he's the one that took it.
No, he's the one that took it. And, so yeah, Gendry just hauls ass towards Eastwatch to go send a Raven. And, yeah, eventually they run out to this frozen pond, which starts cracking and pieces of it start, going under the water and stuff, and so they try to run across it. They get to this one spot, and they're surrounded by White Walkers and Whites. And they try marching forward on them, but they fall through the ice, so they stop. And they're like at a stalemate for... Which is probably, a whole day,
Yeah, they're definitely left there overnight.
Yeah. No, but we're cutting ahead, because before that, before they even see the White Walkers.
Yeah, you were skipping.
Yeah, I'm excited to get towards the end, because the end was the shockingest part.
So they're walking along, and they see a bear out in the distance.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, Gendry sees that it has blue eyes, which means it's turned. Then the guy that's scouting up ahead starts running back, and all of a sudden the bear cuts him off from the side.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a giant fucking bear.
Yeah.
And they're all fighting it, and Thoros of Myr.
He's the healer. He keeps bringing Sir Beric back from the dead.
Yeah. He gets trapped on the ground. He's getting big. Beric had lit him on fire, so the Hound's all scared. He's not helping really at all. And finally, Jorah comes in, stabs it, and finally dies. And
to pull it off of him. And what's really cool is that Beric has old school lightsaber powers. Basically, he can make himself a fire sword, and not only his sword, but he lit Thoros' sword on fire as well, which is cool to see. But it's also a very useful tool for when you have someone with bite marks all over them and you need to cauterize the wounds. Turn that fire sword. I'm
surprised that worked as well as it did.
Yeah. Well, just one pass of it, you would have to do it a couple times in certain areas, but we get the gist.
Yeah. Then, at some point it shows Tyrion and Daenerys talking, and
more about her reacting too harshly to her enemies.
I think Tyrion is overreacting here.
A little bit.
Tyrion was overreacting, and then Daenerys completely overreacted after that.
Mm-hmm.
But Tyrion, he's
trying to find the most peaceful scenario.
He was in a battle, and he decided the best way to win it was to throw all this dragon fire in the water, light it up, blowing up so many people, killing all these people, and now he's bothered because Daenerys killed this prisoner of war who refused to do anything that she asked.
Mm. Well, the thing with that is he was so horrified with how that turned out. It was way bigger than he thought it was going to be.
Beheading isn't cool either.
Oh, I know. I'm just saying.
No way is going to be good, but
no.
Tyrion needs to...
He needs to get with the program.
Yeah, he's done horrible things before to win a battle, and now he's seeing someone else doing it, and all of a sudden he's gun shy about it.
Yeah.
He needs to calm down. He needs to realize what's happening. And then somewhere along the line, Sansa and Arya is talking, and Arya confronts Sansa about the note she found.
Right. The one that she wrote under duress.
Yeah, to save her dad.
Mm-hmm.
And Sansa's like, yeah, I did this to save Dad. Or she didn't really say that, but...
No, she's like,
I was a kid. Prisoner. I was a prisoner. I was forced to do it.
I was frightened. I had no allies. I was surrounded by enemies telling me to write this.
Yeah, and Arya's just acting like a dumb little...
She's like, well, I would have done something and sacrificed myself for the honor of our family. And we probably wouldn't.
Yeah, and Sansa makes a great point. It's like, you were there when Dad was beheaded, and what did you do about it? You didn't do nothing. Well, I wanted to, but you didn't.
Yeah.
We were kids.
Mm-hmm. We should probably just glance over all the Arya Sansa stuff since it doesn't...
Yeah, we'll just get that out of the way.
Even though it's out of order, we'll just concentrate on that for a moment.
I really liked how Sansa was like, I won the Battle of the Bastards.
Yeah.
She did. She got a little, overruly, like
a little bit.
But you know what? She's not wrong.
No,
she really isn't.
They would have failed if she hadn't acted and reached out to Baelish for help.
Yeah, and Arya probably would not have survived what Sansa went through.
No,
I don't.
'Cause she wouldn't have gone along with it, and she has a mouth on her, and that would have gotten her killed. She would have done something to revolt against what was going on physically,
Yeah.
rather than, being strong in a different way.
And I could see Arya just crumbling, going through what Sansa did.
Mm.
Even if she shut her mouth, just the being raped and being married off to people that are just horrible people. Except for Tyrion, but she doesn't know he's a good guy.
No.
So it's just like, I don't see Arya surviving what Sansa went through, and Arya's being completely unreasonable.
They're basically in a sisterly pissing contest at the moment.
I really hope Arya is just playing the long con, and that she's going to turn on Littlefinger.
Yeah.
Like, doing this to make Littlefinger think that he got away with something when he didn't, and just killing him.
Yeah.
I hope that's what happened, because this is absolutely dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Like, later in the episode, Sansa is, like, looking around in Arya's room for the note, finds her bag of faces, and I don't know why...
She's like, what the fuck is this? And she's like, that's my bag of faces.
Yeah, I don't know why Arya would just leave that about.
It has to be a ploy, because, everything is just planted too perfectly.
And you find 2 masks there. I don't know what the first one was. The second one was Walder Frey's face. And
she tells her, like, it'd be interesting to find out what it'd be like to be you, wearing nice dresses, being Lady of Winterfell. All I'd have to do is just take your face. And she picks up the knife off the table, and then hands it to Sansa and walks out the door. And it's like, the fuck does that mean?
Yeah, it's basically, like, just telling her how easy it would be to kill her and take over.
I think she's trying to hint to her, like, this is... Trying to hint to her in a way like, I could do it. I'm not doing it. But...
I don't know what she's playing at.
I don't know. Like, if I were to guess, she's trying to warn her that she's just playing Baelish, in a way. Like, she's not flat out telling her that, but she's...
I don't know what she's playing at. Either way, she's being... If she's not doing a long con against Baelish, then this is all fucking dumb and it's pissing me off.
It's a waste of time.
It's a waste of time. It's completely out of character for her to fall for something like this and to just be completely unreasonable about what Sansa went through in writing that note.
Right.
It's completely dumb, and it's a waste of time, and it's pissing me off. It really is.
Yeah.
I'm not happy with how that's going.
That's why we got that portion out of the way of this episode.
Yeah.
So we can concentrate on the better stuff happening to the north of the wall.
We'll get to that just a second.
All right.
The note gets back to Daenerys about what's going on.
The one that Gendry.
Yeah, the Gendry sent.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Sansa got a note saying that Cersei wants her request her appearance at the meeting, and Sansa's like, "Fuck that! I'm sending Brienne."
Yeah. So I'm not showing up. I'm not ever setting foot in King's Landing again if Cersei's still queen.
Yeah. So anyways, that happened. And then, so Daenerys is walking off straight to the dragon. She's ready to get the fuck out of there, head up fucking north, saving the day. And then Tyrion's like, "No, don't do it. We should do nothing."
Sometimes the hardest thing is not doing anything at all.
He's still not thinking of what the greater war is, even though he came out with the dumbest plan of going up there to get a get a walker to take it down and show Cersei.
He's just afraid of what's going to happen to Dany, that she might die. He tries to talk to her about her succession as well.
But if they don't win the war against the dead and the walkers, it doesn't matter who's the queen.
Right.
And this Tyrion is being really stupid in this scene, and he's just trying to tell her, "Don't do anything, just stay here." And Daenerys like, "Well, fuck you, I'm going."
Yeah.
And we're like, "Yay, go Dany!"
So she hops on the Drogon. The other two follow.
Yep. She takes all the dragons this time.
Viserys and Rhaegon. Rhaegon.
Yeah, I think it's Rhaegar.
Yeah.
Way the war. They're dragons.
Yeah.
They burn shit up.
Dragon 1, Dragon 2, and Dragon 3.
Yep, so they leave. So now we can focus on them on the island.
Yeah, on the little ice island that they're on.
Yeah. They're pretty much stuck there all night.
Mm-hmm.
They wake up, and
Thoros is dead.
Thoros froze to death.
Yeah. So they...
Light him on fire.
Yep, they set him on fire, and so that way he doesn't turn into a white.
Yep, so the healer's dead.
Yep, no more rezzing.
So they're on their last life.
Then
Then Jorah...
the Hound.
Before that, Jorah's talking to Jon. Jorah's like, very smartly figures out, like, hey, you know how you killed that big White Walker and all the others fell? I think maybe if you kill that one up there, all of them will die. And Jon's like, we can't do that right now. The show would be over.
Yeah. He's pointing at the Night King.
Yeah. And they're like, no, we got to take this weakling down to Cersei, who she may not even give a fuck.
This is still the stupidest plan ever.
It's still the plan. And, like, and then it gets to the funny part with...
Yeah, with the Hound. He's sitting there, he's bored, he's tired, he's cold, he's like, fuck
pissed.
this. Picks up a rock and he looks at the line of just, I mean, there's just White Walkers and whites everywhere surrounding him. He's looking at this rock, he's like, throws it as hard as he can.
Takes off one skeleton's
knocks off the
jaw.
And the skeleton looks at like, he's like, what the fuck, man? And the Hound just looks at it and goes, cunt. Picks up another rock, goes to throw it, can't throw it that far. Just skips across the ice. He's like, oh shit, because then they realize that the ice had refroze and is strong again.
And they walk across.
They start marching towards him.
Yep.
And so they have a good little scuttle, a good little battle.
Yep.
A bunch of red shirts that they brought with them die.
Yep. All the red shirts are dead. All we're left with is...
We had a close moment with Tormund. Our favorite bearded wildling.
But he's the only one we know.
Well, I mean, our favorite wildling was Ygritte, but second favorite,
I guess.
But
I'm not a huge fan of Tormund. He's okay. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
Like, if he died, I wouldn't have given him a shit.
Well, I mean, like, you like him because, like, he's just funny. He brings some levity to the hard moments, and there's a part where they just piled onto him. You're like, shit, there he goes. He's gonna die. Nope, he got saved. So we were good with that.
I would have been more upset if Jorah died.
Yeah. Yeah, Jorah's journey isn't done yet. He's still got...
Yeah.
He's going to make a sacrifice play, I think, at some point to save Daenerys' life.
Yeah.
But that's my guess.
But Tormund almost gets dragged down into the water, and the Hound saves him. And they're all, like, backed up against the edge of the little rock. And all of a sudden...
when it looks like it's at its final moment, they're going to get overrun.
Yep.
There's no hope whatsoever.
Daenerys shows up with Drogon, and fire starts happening.
All over.
Just throwing up fire and all over. Taking out all these White Walkers, and then Dany lands near the island with Drogon, so that
starts loading up everybody.
Yeah.
I love the Hound picks up the one White Walker that they had captured, grabs him, he sticks him on one of the dragon's spikes on its back.
Yeah. That's how it's taking place. And
he's just secure. He's not going anywhere.
There's a couple of plot holes that happen in this scene. First one was, why didn't Jorah tell Dany, like, hey, if we killed that one over there, they're all gone. You got a dragon, we can do this real quick right now.
Yeah,
no.
just fly right up there and get him.
Nope, that didn't happen. Jon Snow tries to climb on. He sees all the walkers coming in, and he's fighting them off while everybody gets on. And
while they're doing that, the Night King walks over to his undead horse and grabs a spear. An ice spear.
Yes.
And first it looks like he's aiming at Drogon with Dany and all them on the back, and he sees the flying ones. We're guessing it's Viserys, or at least I'm guessing it's Viserys.
Yeah, we don't have no clue which one it is.
They don't mention which dragon it is.
Yeah.
But the Night King has a spear and he's aiming at it, throws it, and hits it right in the shoulder, and it just plummets down into the ice. Pretty much dead on contact.
Yeah, it kind of explodes in fire, a little explosion of fire right there in his chest. And
yeah.
Second finally he dies, and he slowly sinks into the water.
So Daenerys is just horrified. She just saw one of her dragon children killed in front of her.
And more walker.
I love Jon's face, though. Like, as soon as it happened, like, he turns around, he looks at the Night King, and he's like, "Oh, you done fucked up." You know, like,
you pissed off my woman? I'm going to come and get you.
Man, if my girlfriend ain't happy, ain't nobody happy.
Yeah. Then he goes to grab his spear and another spear.
He's going to throw it at Daenerys and Drogon.
And Jon Snow tells them to leave, and he fights off all the walkers so they can get out.
But then they're on a little
he gets
spot
tackled
of
into the ice, and they go sinking down. Ice King throws it. They take off.
We just have to go. We can't wait.
Ice King throws a spear. Misses.
So
just
close.
Misses. So they get away, and then Walker's like, "All right, let's move along." And then you see Jon Snow climbing out of the water. Yeah, the second plot hole of that scene. Why didn't he just throw the spear at Drogon at the beginning?
Yeah,
because
they would have been completely fucked.
Yeah, the show would have ended, and that's the reason why the first plot hole didn't happen.
Yeah.
So yeah, Jon Snow climbs up. They turn around like, "Oh yeah, this guy. Let's go kill him." So they all turn around and start converging on him, and Uncle Benj in cold hands comes riding in on his horse.
He's got that mace flail thing that he's got with him that it's like a lantern with a chain on it.
Yep.
He's just whacking White Walkers left and right and saves them.
Puts Jon Snow on his horse.
Just get the fuck out of here.
Sends him off. And
it was like a really quick reunion for them because he hasn't seen him since episode 1? 2?
2 or 3, something like
Somewhere
that.
in there of season 1.
Yeah.
And yeah, he just sees him for a brief second. He's like, "Uncle Benjamin." He's like, "Get on my horse, get out of here." He's like, "Oh, okay," and he leaves.
Yeah, he leaves, and as he's leaving, he sees him get overrun.
Mm-hmm.
So that's our third RIP of this episode of people of main characters
We
or
lose a dragon,
side characters.
lose Thoros of Myr,
Lose Cold Hands,
and
Uncle
Cold Hands.
Benson. So then they get back to
Endwatch.
Yeah, they're loading up the body on a ship. Eastwatch. And they're loading up the body on the ship, and Daenerys is still she's on her watch looking for Jon Snow.
Yeah, she's up on one of those surveying posts at the very top of the wall.
Yeah.
Drogon is flying overhead, just trying to see if there's any sign of Jon making it out of there.
Yep, and
just as she loses hope and starts walking away, they hear the sound of the trumpet saying, that there's an approacher to the wall.
Yep, and it's Jon Snow.
Yep, he made it.
He made it, and he is completely frozen.
Yeah, yes, he's almost like Captain America. He's stuck in ice.
So they all load up on a ship.
They're peeling off his coat and everything.
Literally just
it's like
peeling
snap.
Yeah, and Jon wakes up and Daenerys is at his side.
Well, she sees all of his scars that he had, especially
his
the one
wounds.
right in his heart. And she's like, that wasn't a figure of speech or misspoke. That he really did take a dagger to the heart.
Yeah. And then, Daenerys has been there by his side probably the whole time, and first thing he does is apologize for the dragons. That this was a dumb idea. We shouldn't have done it. I wish we didn't do it. And she's like, "I'm glad because I got to see what this was. I believe you now, and I'll help you out." Then he
tells him that I would bend the knee.
He calls her Danny. She says, "The last person that done that was my brother, and you don't want to be in that company." He says, "Okay, well, maybe I'll just call you my queen."
Yeah.
He says, "I would take the knee, but
I'm kind of begging right now." They share a little bit of a look and hold hands.
And then she breaks away.
Mm-hmm.
Because they can't have nice things.
Nope.
And she leaves and
tells him to get some rest.
The last thing we see is the walkers are dragging the dragon out of the water.
Yep. The Night King walks up, puts his hand on it,
Yep.
Blue eye.
Yep, like Yu-Gi-Oh! Blue guys, white dragon.
Nice little reference
Yes.
there.
So now he's got his own weapon of mass destruction, his own dragon.
It's an ice dragon now. Not nice, ice.
Ice.
There was one part that I was really afraid of happening that I thought might, since they left Jon Snow, he's out of the water, the White Walkers turn around and see him.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, crap, they're going to capture him. The Night King is going to turn him into one of them, not the Whites, but the White Walkers with the blue skin and all that.
Yeah.
And then he's going to ride the new ice dragon.
That'd have been interesting.
I was like, oh shit, he's gonna turn into their new champion.
Yeah.
But luckily he got out of there.
Yeah.
But that would have been an interesting twist.
Yeah. Overall, this is a great episode. I mean, there was 80% awesome stuff and 20% stuff that would either piss you off or just kind of dumb.
Yeah.
But that 80% that was so good
that
it made up for everything else.
Yeah.
We lost a dragon, we lost Thoros.
I mean, all in all, Thoros didn't really care.
Lost Cold Hands, which we didn't even know we were going to lose.
Nah.
All in all, I thought we got off real easy in this episode.
Yeah. I mean, compared to all past seasons and their second to last episodes, this was a very light one.
Yeah. Then, that was the end of the episode. We got the preview for next week, and
it tells you nothing.
It's basically, it just shows you that they're all meeting together.
Yeah, they're meeting Cersei at some. Didn't even look like King's Landing.
It wasn't. It didn't look like King's Landing. It was somewhere else.
Yeah,
I'm not sure where. There's probably an old episode that tells what it was, and we just don't remember it, or maybe in the books what it is. But either way, we don't know where they're at. They're just all meeting together.
Yep.
And
then Jon says the real fight is here, or something like that. But
yeah,
I don't even know what context he's talking in.
And I think he's talking about the Walkers, and the real fight is here, and he's going to take the hood off the Walker. That's my guess. And my guess is there's going to be a lot of lead up to the meeting, and then the meeting is going to be a lot of bickering, and then there's going to be Jon's like, oh, here's this.
Mm-hmm.
So then the big question is Cersei going to be like, okay, I'll fight with you, or is she going to be like, fuck you, I don't give a shit?
I'm saying it's going to be a fuck you. There's no way that she's stupid enough. The way she's going to spin this is all your problem. That's to the north of me. You're to the north of me. They're going to have to go through you first before they get to me. So if they happen to wipe you out first, so be it. That now she almost has a common enemy, or a common ally against her enemies currently, something like that. She's got to try and spin this into where she doesn't have to join them somehow.
I think she's going to agree to the armistice, but she's not really going to help them.
She's going to plot something behind the scenes.
But I think for the moment being,
denying them.
I think for the moment being, though, she's going to agree to it. We've only got so many episodes next year. We don't need
just 5 episodes.
Yeah. So I think it doesn't make much sense for there to be any backstabbing really while they're fighting.
Yeah.
I think we're going to get 1, maybe 2 episodes of a huge fight between those two. We may lose one, maybe both dragons, and then their forces are going to be depleted, and then they're going to it's going to make the fight against Cersei a little bit more even.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting to find out and see. It's 1 episode left this season, and then we wait however long until the last season.
Yeah, I don't even think they've started production yet on it.
I'm sure they started minor things, but definitely not filming or special effects or anything towards.
They're in pre-production.
Pre-production, yeah. So until next week, when we react to the final episode of this season.
Yo, before we leave, next episode is Arya and Sansa. Is that going to come to a head in a way of one of those 3 gets taken out?
I think it's I hope it's just a ploy Arya's doing. She kills Baelish after showing Sansa how much he's manipulated her.
Yeah.
Or she takes over Baelish's... She takes over as Baelish.
Yeah.
And then that way she actually does have an ally on her side.
Yeah, I think it's going to be one of those two. Either way, Baelish is going to... I think he's got to have to be gone.
His end is coming. I feel it.
I don't want to see any time wasted on...
No.
I know I've said that a lot. I don't want to see any more seconds wasted on this storyline or that storyline, but I really don't. I really only want to see the White Walkers fight, and then fight for the crown.
Yeah.
That's all I care about seeing. I don't really care about seeing anything else.
Yep.
I don't care about the Greyjoys. I don't care about...
Let's get to the point.
The only thing I want to see with Littlefinger is him dying. That's it. No more.
Nope. So until next episode, we'll see what happens then.
Bye.
See you later.